Hello, everyone, and welcome to Fun Steps Academy. Today, we will talk about something really exciting: how video games are programmed. Game worlds are entirely digital, built from millions of lines of code. Created by teams of programmers, designers, and artists, modern games are among the most complex software systems ever built. Game worlds are entirely digital, built from millions of lines of code. Created by teams of programmers, designers, and artists, modern games are among the most complex software systems ever built. 2. What is a video game? A game is a system of input, processing, output. Inputs, controls, keyboard, mouse, controller. Processing, game logic decides what happens. Outputs, visuals, sound, feedback. This cycle runs up to 60 plus times per second. 3. The game loop, core mechanism. Continuous cycle, process input, update game state, render frame. Runs constantly while the game is active, forms the foundation of all gameplay and interaction. 4. Game engines, the foundation. Pre-built frameworks that handle core systems, graphics, physics, audio, input, etc., allow developers to focus on gameplay. Popular engines: Unity, C# for mobile and indie games, Unreal Engine, C++ for high-end AAA games. 5. Programming languages: C++, powerful, used in AAA games; C# used in Unity, easier to learn; Python for tools and scripting; Lua for lightweight scripting, for example, Roblox; GLSL or HLSL for shader programming for graphics. 6. Graphics and rendering: 3D objects made of polygons, triangles. Textures add detail and realism. Rendering pipeline converts 3D scenes into 2D images. GPU handles massive parallel calculations for real-time visuals. 7. Physics engines simulate real-world behavior, movement, collisions. Includes rigid body physics, solid objects, collision detection using hitboxes, soft body simulation, cloth, hair. Makes games feel realistic. 8. Artificial intelligence, AI, controls NPC behavior. Techniques include finite state machines, state-based behavior, A-star algorithm, pathfinding, behavior trees, complex decisions. Enables enemies and characters to act intelligently. 9. Multiplayer networking uses client-server architecture. Server controls the official game state. Key challenges: latency or lag, synchronization, solutions, prediction, and lag compensation. 10. Game development team. Large teams with specialized roles: programmers, designers, artists, audio engineers, QA testers. AAA games may involve 1,000 plus people over several years. Alrighty, now let us have an MCQ quiz. Let's see what you remember. 1. What is the game loop? A. A type of game level. B. A continuous cycle of input, update, and render that runs every frame. C. A multiplayer server connection. D. A type of physics simulation. Answer: B. A continuous cycle of input, update, and render that runs every frame. 2. What does a game engine provide? A. Only graphics tools. B. Pre-built core systems so developers can focus on gameplay. C. Internet connection for multiplayer. D. Physical game hardware. Answer: B. pre-built core systems so developers can focus on gameplay. 3. What programming language does Unreal Engine primarily use? A. Python, B. Java, C. C#, D. C++. Answer D. C++. 4. What is a hitbox in game physics? A. A weapon damage calculator. B. A simplified invisible shape used for collision detection. C. A type of texture map. D. A physics rendering technique. Answer B. A simplified invisible shape used for collision detection. 5. What is the A* algorithm used in game AI? A. Controlling enemy health. B. Generating random levels. C. Finding the most efficient path for NPCs to navigate. D. Calculating lighting and shadows. Answer C. Finding the most efficient path for NPCs to navigate. 6. What is latency in online gaming? A. The resolution of game graphics. B. The time it takes data to travel between client and server. C. The number of players in a game. D. The frame rate of the game. Answer B. The time it takes data to travel between client and server. 7. What is the role of the GPU in game rendering? A. Managing player inputs. B. Running the game AI. C. Processing thousands of pixel calculations simultaneously. D. Storing game save files. Answer C. Processing thousands of pixel calculations simultaneously. 8. What is a finite state machine in game AI? A. A type of game engine. B. A system where NPCs switch between defined behavior states based on roles. C. A multiplayer synchronization technique. D. A physics simulation method. Answer B. A system where NPCs switch between defined behavior states based on rules. Finally, it's time for the fun fact of the video. Did you know GTA 5 has 10 million lines of code? Far more complex than early space mission software. Isn't that interesting? Games are built through code, systems, and collaboration, combine graphics, physics, AI, and networking, represent one of the most advanced forms of software engineering. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch our video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Fun Steps Academy.